Hello and welcome, my name is Axe, and today I will be sharing some interior concepts for DayZ Standalone. Later in the video we will also look at the early stages of my very own base building simulator. This simulator is made in Unreal Engine 4 in the spirit of DayZ Standalone base building, but before we get into that we will take a look at some concepts. As of 0.62, the player relies on tents, barrels and vehicles to stash their loot. But some of you guys mentioned in my other videos that we should have other means of storage, such as crates, and I highly agree. Crates can be compared with barrels. They have the same interaction system, but instead of finding a crate, you build it from basic materials. You start with a pallet and then you add more materials to create a small box. If you're not happy, you can create a large box, and this way we get a good variety. We can also utilize the pallet's persistence to store larger items, such as wheels and jerrycans, without having to build a crate. I'm not too sure about the security with these boxes, but we should be able to include a padlock. The next concept has to do with farming and food. Instead of our good old farming plots, we can have these plantation boxes that are persistent. With a dedicated area, we can optimize the space that we use for farming. But what about during nighttime? Currently crops grow at nighttime, but I guess it will not be like that in future, so I suggest we add a light to it. This could also be used for indoor farming, or create a meth lab. That's all the concepts I had for this week, but if you have any other suggestions or ideas, make sure you leave them in the comments down below at the end of the video. But without no further ado, we'll look into my very own base building system. When I was live streaming about a week ago, one of my viewers asked if my models were ever gonna be made public. And I told him that the idea for the models is to be part of some future mod inside of DayZ Standalone. He then went on saying how he would love to try out these models himself and see what he could create. As a joke, I answered that maybe I'll just create my own game and call it Base Building Simulator. But the more I thought of it, it's actually not a bad idea. Because how else would you get better feedback than from people to try out your models themselves? So I went to the engine that I knew best, Unreal Engine 4, and I went to work. 7 days later, we have this. Now obviously it's in a very early stage, but it proves the concept of what I want to create. The idea is for it to be a sandbox mode of DayZ Standalone's base building. This way we can try out different concepts and even get an idea of what resources we need before we actually build the base. Currently we can place and delete items, as well as save our game and load it back up again. Now there's a lot of more features that I want to implement, but this is just the beginning. To keep up with the development process and know when I release a playable version for you guys to try out, make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel and follow me on Twitch and Twitter. Don't forget, as always, to leave your suggestions and ideas in the comments down below. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.